Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you. Honorable Governor, Dr. Lepak, ladies and gentlemen, it's a real honor to be here today. Assalamu alaikum. Again, keeping in mind time, I'll try to keep it very short and sweet, but I would like to first of all start off by congratulating State Bank, ADB, Bearing Point, and all the other partners on a fantastic program launch and the brilliant initiative that has been embarked through financial literacy. Saying that this is the need of the hour would be stating the obvious. I'm sure we all present here believe in the power of education, including financial education. Needless to say, education creates social mobility and economic growth, which is of course critical for our sector, the banking sector. And in my opinion, money management skills appear to be something that we as a nation are lacking. And I think this program will reinforce that, which is very critical. Introduction of this skill at a very early stage in life has ripple effects throughout and eliminates the need of corrective action that we sometimes are indulged in at later stages of development. As individual effective money management skills are something that are techniques that can be passed on to generation by generation to our children. And as banks, we can definitely make a difference here by sharing and focusing on our core expertise. So again, this topic is something very near and dear to me personally and to the financial sector at large. Banks have been obviously dealing with this issue and obviously today by partnering up with this program, I think we can do a lot more. But just to give you some examples of what banks have been doing, I'll just cite a few examples and then we can talk about what else we are planning to do. Habib Bank Limited through its web portal has got this Money Club account where they have been encouraging young customers. Khushali Bank has done a similar program through their field staff. They've been informing population about the bank products and services and encouraging them to use it. NSRP has arranged 2 days courses on the field and going into representatives and training them about the basic banking terminologies and getting the training done. Barclays, a bank that I represent, has just recently launched the junior account, and in fact we've been working with several NGOs like TCF and others where we engage with students to bring them on board and teach them about money management skills. So clearly some work has already been in place and I think the real opportunity is to partner up with the FLP and really take it to the next level, because I think that's the need of the hour, as I said earlier. How FLP will support the industry, I think this is again stating the obvious. We've talked about it a lot, but clearly developing poor spending and financial habits is very easy. Making sure that they do and they have negative consequences that we all have seen, and obviously it is onus is on us to make sure that we address this at a very early stage. And as Governor Yassin stated earlier, focusing on the demand side is also as important as supply side, and I think we can improve the financial service uptake by creating awareness, understanding and demand of the financial products for people like the SICU that's been introduced, which I think is a great way to go. Again, educate customers on their right obligations, more importantly, and dealing with financial institutions and thereby reducing the vulnerability of fraudulent schemes and situations with willful conduct. So again, I think there's clearly a lot that this program does. So there's a collateral benefit that the banking industry has. And we have already working with State Bank and with the partners here have already started some of that. So just to highlight a few things that we think what more we can do, and obviously PBA is represented on this committee. PBA has already been involved in the literacy gap, as I mentioned, and analysis of providing a platform and discussions with various other banks. I think also through its various other member banks, we can enhance the effectiveness of the beneficiary outreach by participating in the training sessions and offer products and programs. So again, that's an area that I think I would like to take back to my association and obviously offer that to this platform. Moreover, we can provide our infrastructure, especially the banks that have presence in rural sectors where we may not have offices of State Bank or other institutions, in providing teacher training train the trainer programs. And again, that is something that can be clearly facilitated by the banks. May also institutionalize the program by, in the middle, when we look at middle income countries where bank associations have been heavily involved, and there were some examples cited up by my folks, especially when you couple that up with the CSR program. So again, that's an area which I think we need to further exploit with FLP. And lastly, PBA can also help in the communication of the FLP message through its portals, through its mass marketing. And as you know, we are one of the major advertisers, and and I would end on the fact that Janoge to samjoge, Janoge to manoge. I think this is a great tagline, which again, I think we should make it part of our message to the broader community. And again, with that, I would like to again congratulate the entire team on such a brilliant initiative, and we look forward on working very closely with FLP entire team in further deepening this objective further. Thank you very much.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're already late, so I'm going to be very quick. First of all, my congratulations also from the Microfinance network and all the Microfinance partners in the network that through the State Bank this excellent program. One of the key takeaways from the earlier slide was that financial transparency has literacy as a subset. So when you look at financial transparency in a whole, and PMN has been promoting financial transparency for a long time, this is a subset to it and a very welcome step forward. The other important takeaway, sir, is that as you said, only 12% of the population is banked, but there is a positive correlation between educated people and bankable people. But the problem here is that even those 12% do not know exactly what are the kind of value-added services which commercial banks and microfinance banks offer. So they know about maybe deposits and a check, writing a check, but there are a host of other value-added services which can be accessed. So the importance of then the program which we are here for is not only for the unbanked, but also for the people who are literate and who are banked. And it is critically important that we, all of us, participate in it. Another very important issue raised was the sustainability of such programs. And I think, to my mind, it's very simple. If we have something which is proven and which is effective, then it should become part of the mainstream curriculum in the education field. So whether it is high school graduates or earlier or before that, and this could become part of the curriculum. We know that there are stories and stories which we read for children books, but this is critical, and I think this can become, once we all have finally decided what could be the curriculum in it. One other thing is the access to finance study which was done, and my question which is raised is that educated people, of course, as I said, do not access all the services, but there is a gender gap in it. And I was talking to the president of Habib Bank earlier on in the morning, and he was saying that women in households, literate households, are financially less literate than men are. And if there is an accident and if the husband passes away, there is a big gap, and the wife is unable to understand and know how to even do the normal banking services. So it's very important that this kind of a thing, financial literacy, happens all across the board. And if we are able to involve the media, as we saw today, I think this is a great step forward. Whether 15-second skits are enough or should we have programs on it, I would be particularly interested to have serious programs rather than skits in it, because this is too serious a matter to be just given to the skits only. Finally, another very important aspect which we are witnessing today is that the Pakistan Banking Council, the PMN, with its 2 million client network, and most importantly the PPAF, with more than 125 partner organizations now, are sitting in one room. And sir, this gives the program at least 4 to 5 million households which are already connected. So we're talking about a pilot. We already have this amount of people ready with us who can we can immediately start the literacy program. And so the pilot could be quite substantive, and based on the results, I think we can then take it forward on a national scale, countrywide. So far as the microfinance sector is concerned, this is, as I said, this is one part of our core business, so we are delighted, and we must congratulate the State Bank and the Asian Development Bank through whose assistance this program is being launched. And from the PMN side, let me assure you that we'll provide all support and ensure that the project accomplishes its objectives. Thank you very much, sir.